Okay, Beanie in check, coffee in check, morning stretch in check, and we are checking and we is good. Let me just change the view on my, yes, got it all. Right then, so stretching wise, we're going to start by standing, and we're going to be standing tall, and then we're going to hip hinge so that we go down this way, making sure the back is neutral, meaning natural. Don't arch the upper back, just slowly graduate, stretching your hamstrings all the way down until your fingers are very close to the floor. And should your fingers be able to touch the floor, please allow them to touch the floor. If you can't touch the floor right now, then just start pulsing your body, and then what will happen is the muscle will elongate and it will accommodate. You'll accommodate the stretch. If it doesn't go down, then just flex at the knees and then reach your fingers on the floor. And then we're going to walk forward so that our heels remain on the floor, and then put your palms flat on the floor with your heels as close to the floor as they can be. And now you are in a downward dog stretch. And from here, we're going to start getting a little bit imbalanced with a balance, because we are going to go into a three-legged dog stretch, which is you raising the leg up. So raise one of your legs up, and that foot that is planted on the floor, if you can get your heel on the floor, that'll be super. If not, then just elevate your heel slightly, and we're going to hold this stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're going to put your foot down, and you're going to raise the other leg with the same notion as when you raise the other leg, which is that your heel with the foot on the floor is planted, if not slightly elevated, raising your leg right up so that we are in a three-legged dog stretch. And we're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then with your hands go a little bit more further, so you're in a press up position, and then you're going to lie flat, and you're going to get into the cobra. And we're going to hold the cobra for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then from there we're going to get on our knees and our hands, so that now we're going to dip our lower back and just allow your gut to hang. Just allow it to hang. And now you're going into a child's pose. So from here, you're going to bring your belly button into your spine, breathing as normal, and your upper back is going to arch. So we go into this cow stretch. So what we do is bring the belly button into the spine, breathe as normal, and then arch that upper back. And we are now in a cow stretch. Make sure that you are breathing normal, but your belly button is really fused to your spine. That's what you got to think. Vacuum pack your gut. Awesome. And then just let it hang. Let it hang. Go back into the child's pose. Let it hang. And then one more time, you're going to bring your upper back arched. Fuse the belly button to the spine. And we're going to hold that. 3, 2, 1. And just relax again. And what I'd like you to do is, from that relaxed child's pose, is just bring your upper body up. And if you don't mind getting on your knees. And you're going to extend your leg out. Like that. Now you're going to get an adductor stretch on the leg that's pulled out. And what we're going to do here is raise one arm, so the same arm as where you've got the leg stretch, you're going to raise it up like that. Put your hand, the other hand on the hip, just to stabilize yourself, and then lean, lean. So get an awesome side oblique, rib cage, lat stretch, and you're opening up the hips as well. And we're going to hold that. And 3, 2, 1. So if we remain upright, bring our hands down, and we change legs. That's it. So your body's now upright. And then we're going to raise the arm up. And we're going to lean over. Lean over. And we're going to hold that stretch for 3, 2, 1. And relax back. So now your knees on both knees. And you're going to widen your stance with your hands in front of you. Widen your stance. So your hands in front of you. And here now we're in a frog stretch. This frog stretch now is going to become active. And how we do that is, if your hands now are directly underneath your shoulders, you want to tilt your body forward so that your shoulders are way in front of your fingers. And then you want to then pull back so that your shoulders are a little bit more behind your fingers. And then you're going to just keep on rocking in a nice, controlled manner. And what you're going to find is that your hips are going to feel like they're opening and then tightening. And then as you rock, you'll be able to get a little bit more movement, motion, traction, distance from where you was before. So you'll find that every time you sit back down, you're sitting a little bit more deeper. When you rock in a nice controlled manner. Just keep on rocking. And we are going to rock for another 10, 9, 8, morning, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. And now what I would like you to do, so I'm going to just move and pivot. I want you to bring one foot to the side of the hand that is flat on the floor. So both your hands are flat on the floor, and you're bringing one foot to the side of that hand. And you're going to make sure your trailing leg is actually pulled back quite a lot, so that you're feeling an adductor stretch inside of the thigh, and also your hip flexor of the trailing leg. And your head's going to go up, and now you are performing a lunge stretch. Now we're going to hold this stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to change legs. So both hands flat on the floor, and again the trailing leg goes way back, and you've got one foot right beside your hand, which is now in a position of stabilization. And we're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now what I want you to do is swap your legs. Get into that lunge position again. But now you're going to push your leg with the arm that is closest to the foot, push it away, and also you're going to raise your knee, your trailing leg, raise it up by tiptoeing, head goes up, spine becomes aligned, and now you're going to feel an even deeper stretch. A deeper stretch. And we're going to make this stretch even more of a poignant stretch for the body. So you bring your knee down now, land your knee on the floor, and then twist your spine. Twist your spine. Always pushing your bent knee away. So the arm that is right close to your bent leg, it's got to be flush on your leg, pushing it away. Giving you that resistance, opening up that adductor. And on the other side, your hips are opening up, your obliques are opening up, your chest is opening up. Challenging it may be, you may feel. Let's hold that for a little bit longer. Slightly forcing the stretch on the bent leg. 3, 2, 1, and relax. And then swap legs. Swap legs. And again, like we did before, so the arm that's closest to the leg is going to push it away slightly. It's going to push it away slightly, and then your trailing leg is going to elevate, so you're on your tiptoe, and then you're getting more into a deeper lunge with your head spine aligned. And we're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the knee goes down and your hand goes flat and you're twisting your body. Twisting your body. Making sure that the arm that is flat on the floor is also flush to your bent leg and forcing the leg slightly out. Stretch. And we're going to hold that stretch for 3, 2, 1, and we're going to relax it back into that lunge stretch, and our leg gets fed back, and I'd like you to get on your side. Get on your side. So from here, your arm is going to go out straight like that. Your head's going to go on your hand like that, and your leg that is on the floor, it's going to come out so that you've got a 90-degree angle, and then the other leg, which is now the external leg, that's going to be bent as well. And what I would like you to do is grab your ankle or your leg and pull it. So for me, I'm going to grab my sock because that's the way I feel that it works. And I'm going to pull my quad, stretch it back, making sure that I've got a 90-degree angle on both legs. So where my hips are on my external leg, it's actually, if there was like this plumb line down, it'll be even with my knee. So my knee is not coming up, it's not protruding. It's just flat, in line with my hips, and my head is down on my arm. Stretching this. And we're going to hold that stretch. And we're going to hold that stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to change legs. So you've got to swap your sides. Swap your sides. And again, so you're lying down on your side and your head's on your arm. So one of your legs, the one that's on the floor is 90-degree angle, so your knee is in line with your hips, and the same thing with the other leg. So for me, I had to grip my sock and I was pulling myself up, but if you grab your ankle, a band works well for this, but I didn't have time to tell you. So you get a band and you wrap it around your ankle and then you can pull it right up. I think you should try it later. Find out if it works for you. It's called the pretzel stretch. It's obviously an American invention. And we're going to hold that. And we're going to hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And remain in the same position. Bring your legs together so that your legs are just nicely relaxed. And we're going to go into this shoulder rotational stretch. So your arm comes up. And what you do with the other hand is you grab the wrist of the other arm, of the hand that's up, and you push it down. You push it down gently. Because now you are stretching the shoulder. It's called an internal rotation. So the rotator cuff that you may have heard about. It's part of the structure of the shoulder. Part of the reason why people get shoulder injuries because of the rotator cuff. So this is now stretching your rotator cuff. Internal rotation. So you get to a certain point, obviously your arm's not going to go down no more. So we just breathe deep, breathe deep, breathe deep. Every time that we breathe out, just try and push your shoulder, your hand down a bit more. And then from there we relax and we change arms. So the same thing, get on your side, nice and relaxed. If you've got a cushion, put your head on a cushion. I don't. And then your hand's going to go up. And then it's going to go down to the floor. So your hand is going down to the floor. It's going to go to the point where it can't go down no more with itself, by itself. So you grab it and you assist it. You push down the wrist a little bit lower. And then you're going to get that rotational internal shoulder stretch. Brilliant. And we're going to hold that. And 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax. So what we're going to do now is you're going to get on your knees again. And what I would like you to do is put one leg in front so that the knee is flush on the floor. And then with the other leg now, with the knee on the floor, we're going to take the knee off and we're going to bring our leg right back. You can have it bent, but it doesn't necessarily need to be exactly 90-degree angle. And now you're going to lean forward. So your hands are going to go forward. You're going to lean forward. And you're going to get an awesome glute stretch with an opening of a hip. So this is known as a pigeon stretch. It's not the ideal pigeon, but it's near enough a pigeon stretch. And here we're just going to breathe in nice and deep. We're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. And then we're going to breathe out for 4 seconds. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, breathe in for 4 seconds. And then breathe out for 4 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds. And breathe out for 4 seconds. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Always try and go a little bit more further forward. Breathe out for 4 seconds. Really feel that stretch on the adductor. Abductor, and breathe in for 4 seconds and breathe out for 4 seconds, and just breathe as normal. Just see if you can push yourself a little bit more further down. Just allow your body to just gently ease into this stretch, really deep. Deep breaths, deep breaths. So breathe in, nose. Breathe out, mouth. Concentrate on getting all that air from the gut. And then what I would like you to do is swap sides. So take your time because it might feel a little bit more stiffer. So your forward leg is now bent in front of you around 90 degrees with your knee on the floor, and your trailing leg is just let back, not in no particular angle. And then your hands go in front of you, and with a deep breath in, as you expel the air, just lean forward. Lean forward. Get to a point where you can't go down no more without you having to force it. We don't want you forcing it. And now we're going to go into box breathing. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. So 3, 2, 1. And 4 seconds out. 4 seconds in. 4 seconds out. As you breathe out, try and get a little bit lower. 4 seconds in. And 4 seconds out. And last time, 4 seconds in. And then 4 seconds out. And just sink into that stretch. Deep breaths through the nose, out the mouth. Deep breaths. Just sink into that stretch. Feel how far your hips have come. Glutes, hips, adductors, abductors. And while you are in that position, we're not going to go too far from it. You're going to now extend out that bent leg and make sure that the leg behind you is still bent. And this is known as a footballer stretch or an athlete's stretch, one of the two. So with the arm that's supporting you, make sure that it's keeping you upright completely. And we're going to hold that for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just change legs, please. So that bent leg now is the straight leg, and the straight leg is now the bent leg. Body upright. And make sure that you're keeping yourself quite stabilized. And we're going to hold that for 3, 2, 1. And what I'd like you to do now is lie on the floor. So we're going to lie on the floor, and you're going to bring your knees up so that your fingers are now underneath your heels or pointing behind your heels. And from there you're going to twist so that your fingers go towards your heels. So either side. So you're twisting on one side, doesn't matter what side, so that your fingers are trying to reach your heel. So you're getting a nice oblique tightness and oblique stretch. From there, you go back in the middle, and then you go to the other side. And we're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you go back in the middle, and then go to the other side. So stretch it as far as you can now. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you go back in the middle, and then again, we stretch it as far as we can. And we hold that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we go back in the middle. And what I'd like you to do now is raise one leg up, all the way up, and that knee that's now bent, I would like you to straighten it, and now I want you to support and hold the leg that is up wherever you can reach it. So cradle it, cup it, cushion it, and then pull it. Pull it towards you. Pull it to the point where it won't go no further without you having to really aggravate it. Don't want no aggravation. It's going to get angry anyway. Get to the point where it feels a little bit of a discomfort because you're pulling on it and it don't want to go no further. So maybe a little bit of a shake. So what we're going to do here is take a deep breath in, and we're going to hold that breath for 7 seconds. After 7 seconds, we're going to breathe out. As we breathe out, we're going to pull the leg closer to us, remaining in that straight position. So we're going to take a deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. And we're going to hold that for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Expel the air out and then pull your leg closer towards you. And breathe as normal, breathe as normal. Up until the point where it gets aggravated again, a little bit of aggro. And we're going to hold that position. And again, another deep breath. So deep breath in. 7-second hold. And breathe out and pull the leg towards you a bit more. And then relax the leg. Relax the leg. From that leg being relaxed, you're going to bring the other leg up that was relaxed all the way up. Cradle it, cup it, hold it, support it, wherever your arms reach. And then pull it to the point where it don't want to go back no more without you having to sacrifice some form, meaning your knees bent, your shoulders are really raised, you're feeling tight instead of relaxed. We don't want none of that. Just be relaxed, be relaxed. And we're going to have another deep breath and then hold it for 7 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, let's get that deep breath in. And we hold it. And expel the air out and pull your leg towards you a little bit more. A little bit more. Elongating that muscle. So this is a PNF self-made stretch. I think it's pronipheral. Yeah, pronipheral, I think it's called. Okay, so, once again, deep breath in. Hold that breath. Expel the breath and bring the leg towards you a bit more. Awesome, and then gently bring that down. Awesome, and then have a supine stretch now that you're on the floor. And we're going to go into a lower and upper body stretch, soon to be finished. So if you don't mind getting on your front and getting on your knees, I'll show you like this. So you get on your knees. We did this yesterday. It's a fantastic little stretch. And what you do, you walk your hands out, and then your body goes flat on the floor, and your head, obviously, wherever you feel comfortable. So I'm going to put my forehead on the floor. And now your forearms are now flush to the floor. What I'd like you to do is put one hand behind your neck, so that your elbow, tricep now is flush to the floor. And then the other side, you're going to put it in the back of your neck. And the stretch that you are performing now is called the armless prayer. It's a wicked little stretch. Opens up your lats, pulls on your triceps, hips get a little bit of a flexion stretch, lower back opens up, and keep that lower spine just neutral. Allow it to do what it wants to do. Don't make it angry. And just relax. And slowly bring your hands back down. And then bring yourself up on all fours. And what we're going to do now is you're going to tilt your hips to one side, whichever side that you want. Just tilt them. And once you get to the maximum tilt, your opposing arm, you want to stretch yourself down so your opposing arm, opposing lat gets a stretch. So you've tilted your butt on one side, keep it tilted, pull yourself back, pull yourself back. So we go into a cat stretch, but with a tilted hip, and you want to stretch that lat right down. You'll be able to feel your ribs on your thigh. You'll be able to feel your lat stretch, all because you've tilted your hips. You've allowed space, given room. And that is done by you stretching, as we have done today. So going into this immediately may have felt a little bit discomfort, uncomfortable. But now, it's like slotted in. And from there, you're going to get back into that exact same starting position. And then tilt the hips to the other side now. And then motion your way down. Make your way down with the tilted hip. And sink into that position where your obliques, rib cage is now on your thigh and your arm is outstretched, getting a wicked lat stretch. And then we're going to just come up again on all our fours. And what I would like to do now is just turn your head to your shoulder, so your chin is in line with your shoulder. Really getting that deep stretch. I'm going to hold that for 3, 2, 1. Go back in the middle. And then turn to the other side. So you're getting a deep stretch. And 3, 2, 1. Go back in the middle. And just sit now upright with your knees. So if you can sit on your butt, you can do, but just get onto your knees. And from there, your head, you're going to tilt it to the left or to the right, to the shoulder. So your ear is leading to the shoulder. And you're going to grab your head on the other side and pull it gently towards that shoulder. Whilst the other shoulder, naturally, it wants to elevate. You're going to forcefully, consciously not allow that to happen. And stretch your neck. And then the head goes right in the middle again. Support it, support it. And then tilt it to the other side with that same motion, that same belief that the shoulder that is being left exposed, you want to leave it down. Grab the head and tilt it a little bit further down, making sure your shoulder is in line. And 3, 2, 1, straighten your neck up. So now what we do is just stand up gradually, slowly, gently. Have a supine stretch, lean back with that supine stretch. And then put your hands on top of your butt and bring your elbows in. Bring your elbows in and lean back as well, supporting your lower back. And head tilts back. Open up the abdomen, stretching that chest, those shoulders. And then standing up slowly. And now you have stretched optimally. Thank you, ladies and gents. The morning stretch. Thank you.